Hi, Christy here, Real Fit for Real Life. Thanks for joining me in my how-to series. Today we're going to learn how to do a perfect push-up. Hopefully you've watched the how-to on the plank, because if you don't have a solid plank, you are not ready to progress to the push-up. A push-up is basically a plank going up and down. So if you don't have a plank, go back, review the plank video, and watch this one when you are stronger and ready. So push-ups. Push-ups are a staple and mainstay of fitness, but they are so challenging. They're really tough. And that's why it's a regular part of my routine, is doing push-ups. So my people hate me because we always do push-ups, but they're so good for you, but they're tough. So let's learn how to start a basic push-up and how to progress that push-up. So you want to begin a modified push-up on the knees. So make sure you've got good padding for the knees, and we'll use like a pillow, again, like I showed with the plank, so that you know how low to go. First, I like to show it kind of in the air, or you could do it against a wall. Wiggle those fingers nice and spread. Trace your hand with a crayon. You've got that, right? Your hands, if you're to look straight ahead, are slightly wider than your shoulders, so that as you bend, you're keeping pretty good columns from elbows to wrist. So watch those angles. If your hands are too close, then as you bend, you get this really deep angle, and that's where you can go astray with the elbows. Elbow tendonitis, the shoulders can get jacked. So be very cautious with your hand placement. And I always say start with a nice wide hand placement. It's going to be your safest place to begin. Now, people who are super flexible can do more extreme hand positions, but we want to be safe. You've got your strong plank. So we're going to start on the knees because push-ups are tough. I've got my wide grip. I've got my columns, so I'm not in front of those wrists, I'm not behind the wrists, I'm right on top of them, nice and stacked. I'm spreading my upper back, making it a little bit broad, but keeping my chest fairly broad as well. So everything is lengthened outwards. Now, press into your toes, settle into those hips, and you're just lowering your plank. Drop the chest into the pillow and press. Keep your neck long and gazes straight down. Now at the bottom is where you really want to press your weight into the fingers so that you're not putting too much weight into the wrists. Remember, even on the knees, you are dropping your body weight to about 50 to 60%, depending on how efficient you are in your core. So that's still, think about how much you weigh and how much that would equal in a bench press. It's a decent amount of weight, especially if you've got a lot of weight. Once you've got it on the knees, you're ready to take it to the toes. So again, wide grip, come up to the toes, watch those hips, not up here. Take your booty with you. Squeeze those thighs. This all goes back to the plank how-to, so I hope you've got that. Find your strong columns and drop. We're just going 90-degree push-ups, so that chest should just hit the pillow and back up. Notice I'm just moving my plank. My elbows do not hyperextend. No, no, no. Good. So you're just moving a plank up and down. The biggest mistake I see is people lose the plank. So instead of this nice strong push-up, you get kind of like a worm type action going on, and they've lost the plank. So remember, it's about the plank. Now if I don't have the pillow, I'm still going to visualize that. When I'm going down, I'm still going to think about, where's my chest? If it helps, look to the side and make sure you're not dropping your shoulder below the elbow. Now, You'll see super strong, super flexible people drop the chest all the way to the floor. They have a lot of strength in their mobilizers, so they're able to do that. That is very, very advanced for more extreme athletes. You see those like male gymnasts who do crazy things at the rings. They can come out of those awkward angles just fine and be okay. But the normal average person who's sitting a desk job all day long and spends 30 to 60 minutes in the gym should not be doing super low push-ups. You're going to impinge that shoulder because you don't do weight-bearing, deep, flexible movements like that on a daily basis. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it to get shoulder surgery just to be able to drop your chest all the way to the floor. So from the front angle, kind of watch, 90 degrees. Bam, that's all you need. And we want to keep it smooth and even rhythm. Going super fast, that's just momentum. That is just momentum. That is not, I mean, it's a little bit of muscle, but it's a lot of momentum. So it's not a race. The slower, the harder, actually. So if you want to make it really hard, go super, super, super slow. Push, 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 push. If you want it really hard, hang out at the bottom and push. So don't rush your push-ups, don't drop too deep, and don't let your body wave. Maintain that plank. And that is how you do a perfect push-up. If you got a perfect plank, you'll get a perfect push-up. Thanks for joining me, Christy, Real Fit for Real Life.